Hello everybody, my name is Cassandra and welcome back to my space. Today I'm going to be making a kind of, I guess, Greek flavored burrito bowl. I'm just going to be making some seasoned rice and I'm going to be using this fajita meat, whatever it ended up being, from a couple of years ago, but I don't really know what it is. I'm assuming it's a flap steak, but I could be wrong. It's going to be seasoned with my Greek seasoning and some Worcestershire. I got a couple little tiny red bell peppers. They're a little dirty. I'm going to have to wash them before I cut them. An onion, and my rice is going to be pretty simple with just some tomato bouillon and a couple other seasonings. Figure that out when I get there. But first things first, I need to get my meat sliced up really thin and seasoned and waiting, and it can, so it has a chance to soak in some flavor before I cook it. But past that, it's going to be really simple. I haven't decided if I'm going to toss in a jalapeno with my rice or not for extra flavor, but I might not. I haven't decided. We'll see what I feel like when I get there. I also have some garlic for this. It's in my fridge, but anyways, let's get chopping on this meat. Okay, let's see what this actually is. Fajita meat. Fajita meat could be anything: flank, skirt, flap. I think he uses a thin side of brisket sometimes. Let's see. Might be a skirt, actually. No, let's see. Nope, it's flap. Nice little thick flap steak. The grain is going this way, so I'm going to slice it like in thirds and then slice it that way. Should be perfectly fine, even though it's a couple of years old. You know, sometimes life just gets in the way. Well, my vegetables moved out of the way, so in case I make a mess with this, because sometimes this kind of meat does not like to slice, and I want small pieces, smaller pieces. I'm just gonna take any of the big pieces of fat off of it. Oh. Don't cut toward yourself, people. It's unsafe. I'm gonna do it anyways, because I can. Okay, slice it one more time, and because the grain is going to be right here, which is what you want, so it's going to be nice and tender. I'm going to get this sliced as thin as I can, and I will be right back to season it. Alright, got my flat steak all sliced up. Gonna get some garlic. Fresh would probably be better, but I never go through it fast enough to warrant having it. So, a little bit of jarred garlic, a little bit of Worcester, so there's some liquid in here, a couple tablespoons, and then some fancy Greek seasoning, which sometimes you can find at Walmart, sometimes you can't. I actually just found it again at Walmart, so I bought an extra container. Let's see if I can get this mixed up and covered. I might need more. Yeah, I'm gonna add some more seasoning. It's probably close to 2-3 tablespoons at the end of it. It has all sorts of seasonings in it. Salt, black pepper, monosodium glutamate, MSG, chicken-based seasoning, onion powder, parsley, and 5 other spices. I know what those spices are. I do not, but I like the way it tastes. So, I'm going to stick that in my fridge and get my peppers and onion all diced up. Alright, I got a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to toss my diced up veggies. I just cut them into strips, basically. I have garlic in my seasoning, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to let this cook down. When it's about halfway done, I'll add some salt. And then we'll toss the meat in and cook that. Easy peasy. Alright, my onions are about done cooking. That means my peppers aren't too far behind. Might as well let them have a little bit of structure to them. And they'll cook, of course, while I'm warming it up, because I use this as a meal prep sort of thing. Got my meat. I'm going to toss it in here and get it starting to cook. Smells pretty good. And I can always add more seasoning to it as it's cooking if I think it needs it, or after it's almost done and I can taste it. But this shouldn't take too long to brown up the meat, so I'm going to get started on my rice. Once I get this all separated out. Okay, I had my rice all rinsed out. I like to add my seasoning into it before I add the water into it. I don't know why, it seems like it works nicely that way. So I have my tomato bouillon. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of that. Whoops. Tibble. Of course, I forgot to pop open my lids because I'm organized. Basically, half a tablespoon of this. Oh, I like garlic. An onion, so I'm gonna just add a half of each of these. Garlic. And then just a little bit of ground white pepper. I'm just gonna probably like 1/8 of a teaspoon. And get it all mixed in. I can always add more in after it's done if I feel like it needs something else. Ooh, might have put too much pepper, but that is okay. Okay, we add water. So it's 1 cup of rice to 1 cup of water. Usually works out pretty dang good. We're gonna make sure everything is submerged. Fancy. Get the lid on. I do it on high for 5 minutes. With my altitude, it seems to work out pretty well. And I just let it natural release. It makes it a little bit drier grain, and that's how I like my rice. So I'm gonna let my meat cook, let this cook, and then it'll be time to eat. So this is starting to smell pretty good. I'm getting a little bit of juice in the pan, which will help. My rice just started. So this is gonna be done way before my rice is. So I turn the heat down. I have a few pieces that are still a little pinky. They still look super tender. I added a little bit more seasoning around the edges to my vegetables, just so the extra water from them doesn't dilute it too much. I can always add more later. And yeah, now it's just waiting on my rice, because I never time out the rice. It's either done way too early or I have to wait on it. It's just one of those things. It's okay. I'll wait. I also thought I might open a can of green beans, but I don't really want to toss it in here. I might just open it and put it in my meal prep bowls just for a little extra vegetables during the week. Okay, dinner is served. The rice turned out pretty good. It's not too much of anything. It's just nice basic rice. Meat and the bell peppers and onions are all done and tasty. And yeah, the only thing I'm missing is like some diced red onion to complement the Greek flavor, but that is okay. I don't have any. I also don't have tzatziki sauce. I do have sour cream though, so I might eat sour cream on top of this. Well, I have a lactose-free sour cream. It's not as good, but it will do in a pinch. Anywho, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you do, toss me a like and subscribe. If not, I will catch you next time. Later.